Flood middens are ancient Nile floodplain, same thing. River inundation to create highly fertile land. Mineral-rich silt of the river. Now, ain't no Native American done that. Ain't no damn Native American built no mounds on the silt floodplain, flood midden river. This is ancient melanated people. The same way it is in Florida to grow crops is the same way it is in Egypt, ain't no different. You find the flood midden of the river, you build your city right there, and you roll the corn. It's just that simple. This land can grow crops super fast, super huge. We trying to get a good harvest, people. We don't come to play. Our people got to eat. We not coming to play building no bullshit. We finna build it to the best of our ability. We got to find the best land to build it. Now, building in a floodplain in Egypt is Indian shit. See, that's what they don't want to tell you. They don't want to tell you. Oh, the Nile Delta, Egyptians. If you build anything on a river with a floodplain, that information started on rivers in Timeri. It didn't start on the goddamn Nile. No matter what nobody try to teach you, that knowledge of the floodplain for growing agriculture does not come from Africa. They can stop. They are not agriculture. You get it? It's not barbarian towns right here. This is not barbarous. This is an agriculture. They put it on the floodplain just so they can roll the crops. It's just that simple. Africans in ancient times didn't do this. Now, when it shows up in Egypt, they want to act like it's Egyptian. No, big dog. It's still American. The thought process of putting civilization on the river at the floodplain to grow agriculture comes from America. So no matter what the fuck built over there, no matter how beautiful it looked, no matter what went on in history, that teaching came with people from some other land of agriculture. They are not barbarous. Africans are barbarous. Our people are agriculture. Our culture is agra. Shakla, Shakta. It all go together. Choctaw come from Shakla. Shakla is agra in Hebrew. Where do you think the hunter-gatherer get the word agriculture from? They know an agriculture built this stuff. They know an agriculture created astrology. They know an agriculture made minerals out the earth and limestone and granite. Agriculture did that. Not an Egyptian culture. It's an agriculture. So now, flood middens at the rivers in America, the knowledge evolves, and you get someplace like Egypt later. You get a place like Samaria later. But the first agriculture started with the mounds on the rivers in Timeri. It's facts. Let me show y'all something. Now, this is called the Crystal River site in Florida. Temple Mound, look at that. Temple Mound, Pyramid Mound, agriculture of the flood midden. The silt of the river is the black soil that we plant our crops in. And I guarantee you, we eating when the harvest comes. We're not starving like these other people. We finna guarantee we finna eat. Ain't no we might eat. We finna eat, nigga. We figured this shit out. We passed it down to our ancestors, our descendants, and they learned it, and it got bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. Now we got boats. We pull up and put agriculture on foreign land. You get it? Those are the Hebrews crossing over. Those are the paleos. Those are the mound builders, the giants. That is the American bloodline. Don't never mix it with them people over there. It's not their culture. You judge a people by their culture. That's it. I don't care how they look. You can see a nigga look just like me from Africa. He might have some blood like mine, but his culture not mine. Our culture is to put food on the plate, big dog. We finna eat. I don't know about the rest of y'all. We come from a land that feeds us. Therefore, we admire, adore it. You get it? We adore our land because it fed us. We didn't say Jesus fed us. We said Mother Earth fed me. You get it? Mother Earth took care of us. Therefore, I take care of Mother Earth. I'm a steward of the earth. That's a real Hebrew, people. It's not the biblical one. It's the one in the field, tilling the soil, taking care of the cattle, feeding their people in the harvest. That's a real one. So that separates our bloodline from an African bloodline. You get it? We can't be the same people because we are agriculture. They are gathering barbarous culture. When no crops rolling till we got there. That's a fact. I don't know what them people were eating over there, but it showed on what we was eating. That's a fact. That's why the fruits and trees of our culture became the trees of life on their land. You get it? The abundant trees that we bought, the abundant crops, became the tree of life. Corn is the plant of life in Mesopotamia, people. The Sumerians talked about the plant of life. They won't tell you what it is, though. Their tree of life is a palm tree. They won't tell you where that came from. The Egyptians' tree of life is a date palm tree, just like Samaria. They won't tell you where it came from, though. They won't tell you that manna, corn, is the plant of life of the damn alien Sumerians. Them ain't no motherfucking aliens. People come from here. You get it now? Let's keep going. This is what these hunter-gatherers don't want to teach us. How great you was. They don't want you to know, before I go on, they don't want you to know your ancestors are so great, their ancestors called you gods. There you go right there. They don't want you to know that they call our ancestors gods, titans, Hercules, Zeus, the land of the titans, the promised land, God's land, the land of gold, milk, and honey. They don't want you to know that. Therefore, they will look inferior to you when you know the truth. They don't want to look inferior to us. So therefore, if your people that great, they can't let you know that in history, people. Those people might rise again. You let them people know how great they is from time Mary, they might rise again. They know their history, people. And if they rise and feel like and really know what happened to their culture, it's over with for us. So we got to beat them down, tell them they niggas in the hood. Tell them they nothing. Tell them to call their women the B word. Lock the men up. Separate the men from the women. We got to separate this shit. We got to figure out how to not let them people come together. Because, boy, if they come together, we back in the poorhouse. You get it? They know that, bro. Our oppression is based off our real history. They know We pulled up on ships over there. Kings and queens, royal bloodlines, the real ones, not them European ones. They know it. I'm finna show it to you today, though. You know, I like to show what I'm talking about. Them people know who you are. Roll the corn. Let's keep going. Now, this is the Crystal River Lake site in Florida. Right? They know. Here go the mounds, Crystal River mounds in Florida. Let's look around. Let's look around. Now, this is a Mayan. This is called a tetrapod. This is called a tetrapod because of how the bottom is made, right? A Mayan tetrapod, right here. See that? This one was found in the Mexico area. This one was found in the Mexico area. Let's keep going. Here go another tetrapod from the Mayans. See how the bottom is made? Tetrapod, Mayans. See how the bottom made? Let's go back. Let's go back. See how the bottom made? See how the bottom made? Tetrapod. Maya tetrapod. Let's keep going. Maya tetrapod. What's this right here, y'all? What's that symbol? Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. Mayan tetrapod. What's the symbol up here? That's big. That's Hebrew, people. That's Hebrew. Then automatically lets you know these people are Hebrews. Automatically. We ain't got to play around with this shit no more. We ain't got no time listening to hunter-gatherers, no fake-ass teachers on the internet don't know what they're talking about. Automatically, when you see that symbol, that is Hebrew building styles. Automatically. Ain't no debate. Ain't no, I'm finna argue with you on the net. Automatically. Automatically, a Paleo-Hebrew symbol is for melanated people. Automatically. Ain't no Native American done this. It's not his culture. Why is all the why are the Hebrews melanated on the other side of the world, but over here, they not? You a motherfucking lie. This is where they come from. You a lie. This is Hebrew. Whenever you get through talking about all that alien shit and all that other shit, that's what that is. On a tetrapod of the Mayans. Now, Crystal River, Florida, same shit. Crystal River, Florida, tetrapod, just like the Mayans. See, your culture shows who was there. See, the culture teaches you who was there. You can't debunk this. It's a tetrapod, just like the Mayans. Right in Florida at the mounds. Now, which one look older? This older than this? Is this older than that one? Which one the oldest? Here go the one in Florida. Here go Mexico. Here go Mexico. Here go Mexico. Which one look older? Common sense. I'll wait. Put in the chat. Correct answer. Florida. Where do people bloodline come from? Up here. Common goddamn sense. Now, if they coming from the southeast of America, migrating across the country, then down to Mexico, the bloodline come from the Mississippi. The bloodline come from the southeast of America. All the knowledge come from our ancestors right here. Deal with them, I want you to know. Oh, the Mayans ain't got nothing to do with them people up. You a goddamn lie. Up here's their ancestry. That's why I showed y'all ancient Tula, the Toltec mounds, then the stone pyramid Tula in Mexico. You think that mound older than that pyramid? Yes, it is. Why they call the same thing? Why is Tula Toltec Mounds in Arkansas got the same name as the Tula Atlantean pyramids in Mexico? I know why. Because the mound builders on the Mississippi River are their motherfucking ancestors. They ours too. They ours too. These people know it. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Now, on the bottom of Mayan artifacts, we get this. The four corners with the Mississippian cross, the earth cross, the first Hebrew symbol. This is the first Hebrew symbol. Y'all can stop it. Four corners, four cardinal directions. There you go. Center of the earth, Mayan. Let's go look at the pottery at Crystal Lake, Florida. This is the bottom of the pottery in Crystal Lake, Florida. Same cross, four cardinal points. Mayans, ancient culture. Up there in Florida. Mayans, ancient, same thing, bro. Just look a little different, but it's the same meaning. Center of the universe, four cardinal directions. So what does this let you know? What does this let our people know? Nigga, we know astrology long time ago. We knew astrology long time ago. That's what I'm trying to prove to y'all. Astrology come from the Atlas people, the Atlantean so-called people. Atlas is a star, my baby. It don't come from no damn Thoth. Atlas is a star. We were astrologers over here. I'm finna take this shit all the way to the Bible because I'm built like that. See, nobody else built like this. I'm gonna take you to the first people bringing astrology over there, coming from here, and I'm gonna show you the word which they called them, and you're gonna blow your mind. Roll the corn. This show you we know astrology. Right here, we looking up at the sky. We mapping out stars. We writing this shit down. Yeah, we passing it down to the descendants. Now, when you get it across the water, you act like it's yours and you created it. Nigga, we mapped the stars out before y'all ever had a damn hunter-gatherer anything. It don't come from there, it come from here. With the teaching of the silt in the river for agriculture. That's why our mounds are lined with solstices and equinoxes. We come from the star. We created the star teachings. Let's keep going. Roll the corn. Indian Mound, Florida, St. Petersburg, Florida. Right on the hospital ground. Shell Mound. The Shell Mound. Look what these people say. Look what they say now. They flattened the mound to add a new hospital wing. They flattened the mound to add a new hospital wing. They use it for dirt roads and they use the shells for dirt roads and paved city streets. They flattened the mound, built a hospital on top of it, the West Wing. These people are building stuff on top of our shit. And they wonder why the hospital is haunted. Y'all got that stuff on top of the oldest, most powerful spiritual people on the planet. Hell yeah, it's haunted. I ain't going in there. If I ever something happen to me in St. Petersburg, don't even take me to that hospital. I don't want no parts of that. Roll the corn. Now, let's keep looking. Now, it's a spot right here off the coast of Florida. They got a whole bunch of interesting stones out there, but they say it connect to the Bermuda Triangle. It's a spot right there where a hunter-gatherer say he made it, which he capping. I'm going to show it to you. They hook up to Bermuda, down to this little point in Puerto Rico, different spots, mounds, all these spots, showing you there's some type of gravitational pull on the planet from this area. Our ancestors knew about the gravitational pull of this area. They knew it. That's why all these damn planes going down right there. You can't find the motherfucker no more. Our ancestors knew, because we put mounds right there on Bermuda, and right there too. Mapping out a triangle of some type of energy currents going back and forth. You think this shit fake? Watch this. Watch this. Now, this is the YT man who say he built this stone city that connects to the point of the top of the Bermuda Triangle. If this is up here is where this spot is in Florida. He say he created it. Look at him. You think he created that? Look at that fucking tower, stone tower with a big drill stone hole back there. He say he created it. The biggest cap of all time. Now look what he say. Look what the hunter-gatherer say. Look what he say. I discovered the secrets of pyramids, and I have found out how Egyptians and the ancient builders, Peru, Yucatan, and Asia, with only primitive tools, raised or set in place blocks of stone, weighing many tons. I figured it out, Mom. I figured it out, brother. I figured it out, brother. You ain't figured out shit. You just out there living on the stone land. You didn't stole it or bought it from this county, acting like you done built the blocks out there at the top of the Bermuda Triangle stone and mound area. Quit lying. I'm so sick of y'all with this shit. Roll the corn. Now, let's keep going. You see what he say, right? Now, one thing he had right, he figured this out there. Watch this. Why would he say? Magnetic currents is the same as electric current. Current is actually the wrong expression. Really, it is not one current. It's two currents. One current is composed of the North Pole, individual magnets, and concentrated streams, and the other is the South Pole, individual magnets and concentrated streams. And they are ruling one stream against the other. Stream is in whirling, screw-like fashion and with high speed. Now, our ancestors knew about magnetism of the planet. Certain places had powerful magnetism. Certain places, right in the center of the earth, the North and the South Pole magnetism is pulling it. And when the pool in the middle of the earth, you don't want to be fucking around out there. Not with no electronic shit. No. Planes, boats, out there in between the electrical magnetic pull of the planet, you don't want to be out there. Your shit gonna cut off in the middle of the air, you're going down. I hate to tell you, the ancestors already knew this area is not made for no. You think that shit fake, don't you? They think it's fake. Let's go look. The North and South Pole have albeit different forms of current energy. They're characterized by intense visible magnetic field currents in the earth, in the atmosphere. In the South, a powerful ocean current, the Earth's magnetic is generated by electric current like iron, nickel, other. Now, the Earth's magnetic field is generated by electric current, molten out of core. Now, if you put a magnet up here and iron down here, and it got some type of pull on the planet, right in the middle, something bad happening. It's powerful right there. That's where the energy of the pull is hidden, right there off the coast of Florida. That's a fact. That's a fact. Our people understood magnetic currents. And you can use that with minerals from the earth. You can use that for science, people. This is how they figure out how to do all of this stuff. You get it? That magnetic pull of the earth is real, people. That ain't no bullshit. There ain't no alien shit right there. The people of the planet figured that out. That in certain areas on Earth, it's like a vortex, and it's powerful out there. Now, hunter-gatherers thought that they could put their ships up through there and fly through there. Nah. At the wrong time of year, you come through the Bermuda Triangle, it's shutting the boat, the plane, all that down. Because the magnetic pull at a certain tilt is powerful. And they knew that. Roll the coin. That's what the Bermuda Triangle is. It's the pull from the magnetic pull from North and South Pole, crunching in the middle, hitting you right down in the middle of the equator area, and it's powerful. Let's keep going. Now let's get into this. To the recent discoveries made in Central and South America, it is now possible to develop the Atlantean hypothesis of the origin of the Egyptian culture. Still further, tracing the origin of the pre-Egyptians themselves to America. America. The pre-Egyptians. The people who were there first. That turned into the Egyptian-style civilization. To America. The fact is that in many countries of the New World have been found traces of prehistoric race which had much in common with the pre-Egyptians. Right? Affirm the Andean origin of pre-Egyptian art. Andean is South America, people. Andean origin of pre-Egyptian art. Right? And culture. See that? The forest of Mato Grosso, the remains of a culture very similar to early Egyptians. Let's look that up. Let's look that up. Very similar, huh? M-A-T-T-O, Mato Grosso. What is it? See, we got to know where this shit at. Fuck trying to act like we don't know where it's at. We got to find it. All these people, I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out. We're going to show you. We're going to show you. Roll the coin. We got to figure this shit out. We ain't got time to play. Mato Grosso. Brazil. Interesting. Let's go see what a pyramid is at. Pyramids? There's some out there. Let's go look. I don't even know. I'm researching on the fly. I'm just researching on the fly. Roll the coin. Let's go see. What y'all got out here? What the hell is this? Hold on. Hold on. Let's go look at what AI got to say. The deluxe big pyramid mix. Let's do archaeological sites. See, you got to talk like them. Archaeological sites. Archaeological, we got to go archaeological. See what you got to do. Mato Grosso archaeological site. Let's go look. Human presence over 25,000 years ago. Fossils, early stone tools. Brazil, 25,000 years ago. Santa Helena Rock Shelter, 2,500 before present. That is 23,000 BC with thousands of sloth bones. Central Mexico. Let's go look. Let's go check this shit out. Look at that right there. Beautiful. Monte Grasso expedition. They said this culture was just like the Egyptians. See hunter-gatherers digging it up. Hunter-gatherers living in our old spots. Look. Look. Where you get his culture from? Our ancient culture. Facts. Roll the coin. Trying to find something better. Find some better looks at what's going on out there. Let's go look for the artifacts. Let's do that. Artifacts. Go look for the artifacts. Since these people saying they were like Egyptians, right? Let's go look. Oh, Lord, we ain't trying to do all that. We ain't trying to do all that. Y'all got the woman naked all on it. Roll the coin. The impersonator of a jaguar. The Balaam, Jaguar Balaam, right? Jaguar priests. They out there acting like jaguar priests, just like these fake ass people on the internet. What these people on the internet be doing right here, them jaguar priests, right here. Acting like jaguar priests, hunter-gatherers. Look, here's what they be doing. I'm the word jaguar. No, you're not. No, you're not. See, this ain't them people. See, this stuff hijacked all over the. I'm gonna have to research this again. I don't want to put this online. They got too many naked hunter-gatherers on here. I can't do that. I can't do that. Now, I'm gonna do some more research on this spot. I'm gonna do some more research on this spot. They trying to show all the acting like the folks so primitive and they naked and come on, man. It's foolishness. It's foolish. Now, where I was at, they said, now I'm gonna research that spot again, but they say Monte Grasso, remains of a culture was similar to early Egyptian. An identical discovery was made in Venezuela, right? Brazilian forest, whole series of petroglyph texts, which seem to establish positively the eastward migration of pre-Egyptian from South America. That spot is showing the eastward migration of pre-Egyptians from South America to Egypt. That's fire. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Mysterious prehistoric race preceded the appearance of Toltecs, Mayans, and other cultures of people from America. The mysterious prehistoric race became the Toltecs, Mayans, and people of America. They're talking about the Mississippi, the mound building culture of North America became the Toltecs. They became the Mayans. They became the Olmecs. They became all of these cultures, right? And they are agriculture. These are the ancestors of the Choctaw, the Chickasaw, the Creeks, right? You get it? Melanated people. Let's keep going. Now, they are saying there is a connection, an astronomical significance of the Toltecs and Mayans right there with the Great Pyramids of Giza. See it? Astronomical significance is beyond doubt that the Toltecs and Mayans are using the same star alignments as the Great Pyramids of Giza on the Nile. Facts. See that? Roll the coin. Screenshot that receipt. That receipt is powerful. That receipt is powerful. probably in America as well as in Egypt, there have been cases of imitation of very ancient monuments, and the Toltecs and Mayans have erected pyramids, copying the ancient predecessors without realizing. Let's keep looking. The knowledge hidden in the details of the Great Pyramid of Giza was probably acquired by the Egyptians from the Atlanteans, because the knowledge at a present good deal of attention shows a level of superior to that usually found in Egypt. That knowledge wasn't found in Egypt, right? Till they got there from a people. You see that? The central position, the continent in the Atlantic Ocean, probably contributed predominant role in the civilized world of these days. Influence in the West stretched as far as Yucatan and Mexico, in the East as far as the Mediterranean basin and Babylonians. We will see the wealth of knowledge displayed in the construction of the Great Pyramid of Giza, right? Which was built or probably under the influence, if not the direct supervision of the Atlanteans. Besides the Great Pyramid of Giza, there are in Egypt several dozen of smaller pyramids, but neither the Pyramid of Khafre, next to the Great Pyramid in size, nor any other of the pyramids in Egypt have played so far interesting peculiarities of construction. Unlike the Pyramid of Cheops, they usually contain the cultures of the royal builders. Let's keep going. The most prosperous period of the Atlantean history was probably by immigrations of super populations in Europe, in the European colonies, right? These immigrants replaced pre-Egyptians and other tribes issuing from America. These tribes are coming from America. Tribes issuing from America, right? Originating in South America, probably in Brazil, while traversed during several millenniums of territories, Bolivia, Ecuador, Central America, and Yucatan. Their route several states with indelible Egyptian traits from America. Through Atlas in Northern Africa, they finally reached Libya and Egypt and settled down along the Nile, which in those days probably discharged itself to a great swampy region beneath Giza and the submerged low tableland south of the present archipelago. The pre-Egyptian probably stayed among the Atlanteans for a long time until seismic or volcanic phenomena happened, right? Drove them from the old continent. Then they traversed the territories of the present Morocco, Tunis, that's Tunisia, right? Morocco, Tunisia, parts of Abyssinia, which is Ethiopia. Let's stop right there. Stop right there. Now, if these people are saying different tribes from America went to the swampy area, the silt of the river. I just showed you the silt of the river on mounds. They're looking for the silt of the river to build the kingdom there, to build there because they know they can grow crops there. So we find the silt of the river of the Nile and set up shop, American tribes. You get it? Now, these people talking about Morocco. It makes sense. Tunis, Tunisia, the Phoenician mother goddess, Hebrew. It makes sense. Ethiopia is Cush, the Cushites. It makes sense. Cushites got that bow and arrow knocking your ass down. Taseti, The bow and arrow land, the people. Them people from Ty married, bro. I've been told y'all this shit. I told y'all this shit a long time ago, bro. The bow and arrow is our shit. They can stop acting like it's somebody else's shit. We are the bow and arrow creators. Now, Morocco. This is where we mix with the Berbers, the barbarians, the Amazigh, who claim to be Moors today. You get it? You get it? The Moors are trying to steal the American tribes' history, who came to that side of the world, just like I taught it to y'all. Didn't I teach y'all the same damn way? Have I lied one time, bro? The knowledge came there. We mixed with these other people. They get some big, they get they kahunas up, run us out of there after hundreds of years. Then they run Europe because they know agriculture. Now they have an agriculture for mixing with us. Now they can run Europe. You get it? That's why they on the pictures acting like they cute and pretty and shit in their little Moorish garb. Like the Moors ran Europe for 800 years. Without knowledge, nigga. Acting like you a big dog. The Moors ran Europe. Look at the bloodlines of the country. We taught you that. Hunter, gatherer. You got some of our blood. And you turned it into evil, nigga. You think we don't know what you y'all nigga did? The Moors turned our knowledge into evil knowledge. Used it against people, starving them out, running countries. Ain't feeding nobody but they people. Using the food supply of the new knowledge of food to run countries. That's why the YT man hate our guts. I ain't mad at the YT man. I'm really mad at y'all more than him. Y'all starved his ass out for 800 years. Hell, you ain't trying to run our ass down through there. What you expect him to do? What you expect him to do? Now I got to break the curse of what y'all did. See what I'm saying? We intermingle with people who look like us the most first. Them Africans. They were melanated. We mixed with them, the bloodlines mixed. Y'all took the information from the mixture, got us out the way over time, then y'all punished the Slavic people. And they punished them bad. You get it? Them people didn't forget the Moors punished them. They didn't forget. They still on that bullshit today. Okay, now you see what went on. You learn all the tricks of the trade from the Moors, how to run the banking system, the debt system. You learn how to grow agriculture from them. You mix with them. You got your weight up. You learn how to use armies and all this type of shit. Then you learn everything you need to know. Here comes the Christian army. And they ain't got no love because they've been getting bust upside the head 800 years. They ain't got no love. They don't give a damn you an Indian or a Moor. All y'all niggas Moors to me. Everybody Moors. Off with his head. Out with the Timari Moor head. Out with the European Moor. The South African Moor here. Anybody melanated got to get it. That's what I was trying to tell y'all. The Crusades. That's what I was trying to tell y'all about the young man that passed away in Marietta, Georgia. See, our people that got so ignorant. Oh, his mama and them African. We ain't gonna stand up for him. You think them Them YT people, the same people that they give a damn about a Moor or Indian, they don't care. They don't care today. So therefore, you can't look at it like that. You ignorant. All up under my comment talking about he got an African parents. We ain't gonna even speak up for him. That's the most ignorant thing you ever said in your life. You know why? Him didn't give a damn if he was African or from Mississippi. He could have been from Senegal. They wouldn't care. He could have been from Jackson, Mississippi. They wouldn't care. He could have been from Britain. They don't give a damn. He could have been from Alabama. They don't care. You still is a Moorish, melanated, nothing. So how are people saying that makes us look ignorant? Because they ain't thinking like that. All they looking at is this right here. That's all they looking at right here. They wouldn't give a damn what your bloodline was. And for our people to think like that is the most, it disgusted me when I saw them young ladies claiming to be American Indians, putting that shit on my post. It disgusted me. Because you don't understand the whole history of the planet. Them people don't give a damn where your melanated ass come from. They finna hurt something. So therefore, it's not about where you from at that point. It's bigger than that. It's the hatred for somebody who look like you. It's just that simple. They not that smart, bro. You think they pulled some blood out that young man's arm and went and tested it, tried to see if he was an Indian or an African? No. Then they went back and looked at his mom and dad on his Facebook and tried to see what, no. They just hurt that young man because of the way he look. That's it. Stop giving these people more praise than they deserve. They're not that sharp. Over time, we just a natural enemy of these people. You get it? Their ancestry got handled over there for a long time. The pain of them people came over here and put it on us because of what happened to them over there. They never forgot it. You get it now? We didn't do that. We ended up the butt of a joke of something that happened across the world, people. The hatred for them people over there came over here and became hatred for our people over here. We ain't even the ones who enslaved them people. We ain't got nothing to do with that. But an ignorant European or YT African, because they're all YT Africans, don't get this messed up. The originals. Let me tell y'all what I seen in the book that hurt my feelings. And I don't even talk about this. This shit hurt my feelings. Now, if Moors mix with us in the Mediterranean Sea and all around that area, they start using our symbols, bro. They start using our symbols because if your dad is using the Mississippian symbol or the X for the Middle Hebrew, you start using it on your coat of arms. And if you think I'm lying, I got receipts. Start using it on your coat of arms. Your daddy bloodline come from that Middle Hebrew from overseas. Now, you see the Moors with that symbol on their coat of arms as you are going to war against them. You see the Moors with that symbol on their coat of arms as you are going to war against them. Psych, using your brain, they never forget these symbols, people. Right? They don't forget this shit. Them symbols killed some of my people. We beat them, but they killed some of my people. You take over the whole rest of Europe. You come to America. You see that same damn symbol. You see that same symbol you just beat the Moors out of over there in Morocco or Spain or the Iberian Peninsula, and you come over here and see the same symbol of the original people with their symbol. Boy, I hate these motherfuckers. You get it? You think this shit a joke? They think it's a joke, Truth. They think it's a joke, Truth. They think this shit a joke. Who had that symbol in America? American Indians. It's with our people. Now let's take it back. Let's take it back. Let's take it back. See, now I got to teach it a whole nother way. Let's take it back. Roll the corn. Let's take it back. Because I'm going to explain it down to the T so you can understand it, right? Let's go. Let's get through going through these receipts right here. Where I stopped it. Let me see. Central America, old continent, Morocco, Tunis. Okay, right there. Now, identical, right? For instance, prehistoric American, ancient Egypt, indicates at least signs with identical with Egyptian signs. Identical meanings of these signs from here to over there. Same symbols. Mato Grosso, like I showed you, right? Corresponding Egyptian ones established pre-Egyptian migrations from South America to the Northeast. Let's keep going. Nile Valley, inscriptions of Egyptians, particularly numerous in Brazil, in the virgin forests of Amazonia, I can't really see it, and in the Mato Grosso. That's crazy. Fire. A part of the similarity of Quechua roots, expressions, corresponding Egyptian ones, as established by Thoron. Q-U-I. Let's go look that up. Let's go look that up before I keep going. I'm going to break that flag down in a minute. Y'all stick with me. Q-U-I-C-H-U-A, Indians. Let's go find them. Let's go look. The Quechua are the first indigenous group of South America, the Andes, Peru, Bolivia, Ecuador, with a population of over 10 million people now, descended from the Inca Empire. That's what they say. Agriculture people blend ancient traditions with Catholic traditions because of the Spanish. But who are the original Quechua, right? Those are the people very similar to the Egyptians. They were melanated people, I guarantee it. These new people are y'all already know how they look. It's a culture. It's a culture taking things. Now, the prehistoric culture enriched their knowledge, right? The Valley of the Nile and their knowledge of forbidden sciences, astrology, magic. Probably the ancient Egyptians borrowed their occultism bodily from the Atlantean, according to traditions, were adepts in hermetism, right? Migration wave came through it from the New World to the Mediterranean shores. Perhaps in a learned Atlantean accompanied the group of migrants which went to Egypt, either built there the Great Pyramids and the Sphinx, at least prepared plans and calculations for their eventual constructions. A similarity between the general traits of the Egyptian and the prehistoric culture enriched the knowledge of the Egyptian, and this fact explained the high degree of culture, them in the Valley of the Nile and the knowledge of the forbidden sciences, right? The similarity between general traits of Egyptians, Sumerians, Mayans, Toltecs, etc., cultures, architecture, religious, right? astronomical ideas, religious astronomical ideas, right? Ideas make the Atlanto-American hypothesis of origin of Egyptian civilization much more weighty than the Caucasian or the Sumerian hypothesis. Now, they were talking about the new Sumerians, which were Caucasians at the time, right? Atlanto-American hypothesis. Origin of the Egyptian civilization. Let's keep going. That's fire. Let's keep going. Now, some of ancient sculptures of Libya on the route to pre-Egyptian towards the Nile have yielded optical lenses made of glass, similar materials showing the prehistoric race which was in the Mediterranean world, culturally and perhaps also were advanced enough to use telescopes. Star people, telescopes, right? Optic instruments. We should note that before Galileo, the Chinese rock crystal lenses, this was already there in that area before China and Galileo, right? Perhaps the Sumerians inherited from the mysterious race. Here go the optic lens right here. The ancient Sumerian optic lens of Nimrod. The ancient star lens of Nimrod found in Mesopotamia. Now watch this. Examples are located in Cairo Museum. Examples have been found in Knossos, the Menians, the Cretans, the Keftur had the same shit 35,000 years ago. 3,500 years ago. Now, the optic lens, Nimrod. Let's go back. Like I showed y'all. Nimrod, Cush, Mizraim, Egyptians, Pute, Pontites of Mexico, Canaanites, Phoenicians. Now, all these people know about astrology, people. All of them. The Captarim is the Cretan of Knossos. I just showed you Knossos. Knossos is the Cretans in Greece. The Captarim is of a Mizraim bloodline. Same people. Nimrod got the same damn star telescope as the Captarim. The Cush, Mizraim, Phoenician is the Sidonian. Now, all of these bloodlines is coming from America, people. This is how you break the code. They doing the same stuff. There are just different tribes of bloodlines from ancient Timeri. You get it? You get it. So now, we gonna look at these damn lenses Nimrod had. See that? These star people. This separates them from everybody else. Knossos is the Cretan or the Menian, the Captarim. All of these bloodlines are different. They move in different places. Mizraim moved to the Nile. Cush, the first Cushite, moved to Mesopotamia. The Captarim in Greece. The Sinite is on across Asia in the China area. You get it? It's different bloodline from Timeri, living on different lands over there. But yet and still, our people are still at home. These just some people who want to travel and set up different shops after the flood, right? After the flood, they start setting up different shops in different places. Let's keep going. Now, do what you got to understand. Now it started all come together. Buddha of India, right? Buddha of India. Who is Buddha's mother, people? Who is Buddha's mama? It all gonna come back home. It's all coming back home. I'm gonna bring you back home every time. I'm gonna get on the flag in a minute. Rama Maya. Buddha mama is Maya, people. You get it? Buddha mama Maya. All the knowledge coming from our bloodlines, people. They don't want to tell you. All this religion and all this fucking Vishnu and goddamn Osiris and goddamn Anu, all that shit is ours. Because I'm showing you the different bloodlines of the same land moving to different places on the earth. But they come from the same fundamental teaching, right? So if the Sinite became the ancient Chinese, and then you got the ancient India people coming from one of the bloodlines, they godmother is Maya. You get it? Let's keep going. Buddha's mama is Queen Maya, people. Ramayana. They wrote a story about her. These people culture come from us. Now I got to take you way back in history to show you the truth. Right? Let's keep going. This is an old map of old India map, right? Old India map. Now look what it say up here. Right there, the land of gold. I can't really read. I'm going to show it to you in a minute. Right there. Right there. Land of gold. The Hindu god is Vishnu. The Hindu god is Vishnu, people. They say he come from right here. And look at that word right there. I got to blow it up, but I'm going to show it to you again. Vishnu come from that land. Watch this. Let's keep going. Why would it say? Roll the coin. Actual identity of the land with America by the name which is given to it. And the character said, inhabited it. It is Sarvana Bhumi, or the land of gold. America is Savannah Bhumi, the land of gold. America. Let's go back. Look at the map. What they say right there? Savannah Bhumi, land of gold. Okay, let's go back. Let's go back. America. By the name which was given to it, the character said, inhabited it. It is Sarvana Bhumi, the land of gold. Watch this. The Sweeten Dwapa is a very important place in the Indian history, right? Now Vishnu is said to preside over Sweeten Dwapa. Satam Dwapa is in Savarna Bhuma. You get it? Now, Vishnu, they God, come from the land of gold, which is Savarna Bhumi. The White Island in the west. The White Island in the west, huh? Okay. Now, what the hell is it? Switan Dwapi and Savarna Hindu names for North and South America. Roll card. I told y'all. That's why they on the damn temple with the damn corn in their hand on the damn Hindu temple. This just one of them damn tribes I just showed you over there, bro. I can't teach it no better. I ain't making this shit up. This just the knowledge they giving to me. Now, Vishnu is an American deity. That's why he got the damn coin in his hand on the murals over there on the Buddha temples. Them people talk about North and South America. That's why the Mississippian got Buddha written on shells in the mounds. That's why they found that Buddha statue in the Grand Canyon. The son, the descendant of Joseph from the Bible. The man was an Egyptian. Buddha come from them Egyptian style parents. Zaphniah or some shit named Zaph. I can't remember his name. Zaph. Z-A-P-H. Roll the coin. I can't even think of the nigga name right now. Hold on. Zaphanath or some shit. Hold on. Son of y'all know what I'm talking about? Son of Akhenaten or some shit. Hold on, I'm tripping. I can't remember that shit. Egyptian name, the Pharaoh to Joseph. Son of Joseph. Zaphnath, the son of Joseph. They say that's really Buddha. Real talk. Real talk. Hold on. Buddha's son. Zaphanath Buddha. Zaphanath, an Egyptian name given to biblical Joseph, founder of Buddhism. It's a connection right there. Real talk. Because the statue they found in the Bible, the statue they found in the Grand Canyon, was said to be Zaphanath's descendant, which is Joseph in the Bible, which is his descendant looked like Buddha. He was dressed like Buddha with a statue in the Grand Canyon. And then they found artifacts and shells with Buddha in nature in the Mississippian mounds. I told y'all all that shit come from the Mississippi River. That shit left the river, went over there to the Grand Canyon, traveled the world. Now they got a whole culture talking about Buddha. I got the receipts of that, of the Buddha statues found in the mounds, people. I got receipts of that. I'm talking about like 8 of them. Now, this is showing where that culture comes from. Because it talks about Buddha. Rio said, show it. I got to find it, Rio. It should be old. But you know I ain't gonna lie to you. I can't, it'll take me 20 minutes to find the receipts. But I got a video about it on my page, Rio. Go to my videos, scroll down and look for that Buddha receipt on the old newspaper. I find it for you though. But anyway, I'm just going off what I know. Now, Buddha was meditating to bring positive energy to the plant life for a good harvest. So that's still considered Ma'at, right? Still considered Ma'at teachings. So if Buddha ain't out there trying to self-ascend, like they try to tell you all the time, Buddha is getting inclined with the nature around him to make the harvest good, right? That's what people don't understand. They think it's all selfish work, but really he is trying to connect positive energy to the dirt, the plants, the trees. So when I grow my crop, everything comes out positive and great. That's where the original Buddha come from. Now they talking about Buddha just trying to, all about himself, and he's selfish. He's just out there trying to enlighten himself. No, big dog. It all come through nature. Yoga and all that shit come through nature. It ain't got nothing to do with you scratching out on no Pilates shit. Roll the coin. See, we took this shit, the white folks told y'all, yoga is spiritual for yourself and you. No. Crackers. Ain't what that for. Ain't what that for, big dog. Now they all scratching out, breaking their back, goddamn. No, bro. Come to my Pilates. Come to my Pilates. No, bro. No. Hell no. Roll the corn. Ain't what that's about. Let's keep going. Now, Hindu mythology. The Silver Island, people. The Silver Island. Complexion possesses great strength and dedication to Vishnu. Silver Island, right? Now, watch this. The land of gold, the White Island. There you go right there, Vishnu. Gold banana trees is the home of Vishnu, which is heaven in Hindu mythology. These people calling Tamari heaven. Even the Egyptians calling it heaven. Back to the field of reeds. Bro, if y'all don't understand what these people trying to tell y'all, I'm a teacher. All these cultures are steady talking about heaven is to the west. Hindu telling you heaven to the west. Egypt telling you to field of reeds to the west. Samaria talking about go to the west. Who they damn ancestors is? Right over there in the west. The oldest bloodline on the face of the earth. You starting to understand this shit now? Vishnu talking about, I'm from the land of gold over there in the west. What you talking about, nigga? Tamari? Egyptians, you go back to the field of reeds to the ancestors, to the west. What you talking about, Egyptian? The ancestors in the west, huh? You go past the pillars of Hercules, back to heaven to the west. The pillar of Hercules is leaving out of the Mediterranean, going into the Atlantic Ocean. Symbolism for heaven, back over there. When you leave here, you go back that way. Back where the ancestors from. Hunter, gatherer. They'll be trying to teach. The west aspect. The west. Distant western lands. Try to say it's Britain. How the fuck is Britain? See, y'all, this is how they change history right there. Oh, to the west of Britain. Man, shut the fuck up. Britain ain't nobody heaven, bro. Stop it. Please stop. Y'all are changing up due to the white description. Look, they put the white folks in there, Britain, go back. Man, stop it. These people changing religions and everything trying to hide the truth, bro. They changing everything. The land of gold to the west, Vishnu is from there, the god of the Buddha, the Hindu people. Let's keep going. Roll the coin. Now, think about this shit now. We using this now. We locked in. We ain't listening to no outside bullshit. We locked in what the people taught. We not gonna make up our own teachings of this shit. We gonna get it from them people. Then we decipher it. I ain't gonna get on here and be like, oh, the Vishnu, oh, it's saying Al Gore and George Bush gonna die. And we ain't doing all that bullshit. We gonna go back to what they say and keep it in context with what we know. We ain't even do all that just making up information. Nah, all that old goofy, all the question. Because see, now we getting somewhere. I feel like me and the people listening is getting somewhere. If I ain't all the way there, I'm leading you in the right direction for sure. Now, what did we call our one belief system in the Southeast? What do we call our one belief system in the Southeast, people? Somebody give it to me in the chat. What do we call it? Yeah, I shot some shots. Motherfuckers shoot shots at me all the time. Can I shoot back? Can I shoot back with my shots if somebody shoot at me all the time? I'm shooting at hunter-gatherers. I don't care where they from. They can have 1 million followers or one. You teach a hunter-gatherer, I ain't with this shit. You shoot at me, I shoot back. I'm from the hood, nigga. What do we call our one spirituality of the Southeast? What was it called, people? What kind of spirit? The great Chief Michael. I love you. I'm in love with you. It's called the Great Spirit, right? See, hunter-gatherers don't know that. They just gonna teach you Thoth all goddamn day. Thoth and Enlil and Enki. They ain't gonna tell you about the Great Spirit. They don't know nothing about it. They read white folks' literature trying to teach you something. From what they deciphered it over there and over across sea, they're not giving it to you from the land and the dirt and from their ancestors. It's called the Great Spirit. Now, what is Vishnu's name? What's Vishnu's name, big dog? The Great Spirit of Vishnu. Where the fuck do you think they got that from? So you think this is a coinky dink? It's not. It's the truth. It's the same thing. Rotocorn, this is the same thing. That the land is called the land of darkness because they say it had floods and earthquakes and volcanoes when they left, right? Full of waters. The Great Spirit of Vishnu. Watch this. Name which the North American Indians said for they belief. Right? These people already know this shit. In the later part of the work, it will that the blue and water god Vishnu is an important teaching of America. On the whole teaching of the be misunderstood. America is distinctly the oldest on the oldest Hindu maps. Fire. Vishnu is a representation of America, people. There you go right there. The Great Spirit. Anybody talking about a Great Spirit, they come from our bloodline. Simple. Everybody ain't doing it 5,000 years ago. They come from a certain people talking about a Great Spirit. Then it grows into religions. Now, how the hell y'all talking about North American Indians and the Great Spirit of the damn Hindus? I already peeped it out. I'm just showing you the receipts. Let's keep going. Roll the card. Watch how deep this shit get. Watch how deep it get. Watch how deep it get. Roll the coin. To Babylon to instruct the Chaldeans, right? Says that it was Atlas Egyptus or Phoenix, king, right? And brother of Prometheus. These people say Prometheus, who was first constructed the sphere of heaven. Now, Prometheus, let's start right there. Start right there. Have y'all seen the movie where Prometheus creates the whole damn world? Y'all seen that shit before? That old bright-skinned, old white-looking alien dude drops some shit in the river and the damn human being pop out. Y'all see this bullshit? Where they getting this stuff from, bro? Where they get that shit from? See, this is what we got to know. Prometheus drops shit in the river. Next thing you know, animals and birds and human beings popping out the river. Y'all seen that shit before. Prometheus, the creator of mankind. Now, let's go back. Now, listen to this. Brother of Prometheus, who first constructed the sphere of heaven. They learned, Bryant, at the time when the Tower of Babel was erected, certain people, right? Certain people appear in the world who were Indus and Indian and said to have been the race of the Arphaxad. He was full of wisdom, people in astronomy. His name is I can't see it real because the screen's small. I got my screen fucked up. But first, delineated scenes of the heavens, right? Indi, in that science. Now, they're talking about the people who popped up who were Indus, an Indian. What did he have with him? Truth now? Arfaxed. Remember Arfaxed in Indian, right? He had wisdom and astronomy. The Indian had astronomy from the race of the Arfaxed. Now I get into the truth. Now we get deep. Now we get the bottom of the ocean deep. The Indian brought the astrology, the Arfaxed. Let's break that down. Arfaxed or Arphashad, biblical figure, a healer, a releaser, stronghold of the Chaldees. That word is in the Bible. Now we get deep because everybody think this shit fake. Everybody think everything fake because they don't do no research. Who is some kid to? He is the key link in the genealogy between Noah and Abraham. Interesting. Some type of bloodline, huh? The Arfax people brought astrology. Let's go back. The Indus Indian, he's been of the race of the Arfaxed. He has wisdom and astrology, astronomy. Now, the Indian, why is the Indian from the race of the Arfaxed? The race of the Arfaxed is who? Linked to Abraham and Noah. Now we getting somewhere, truth. The Indian, the damn tribes, with the astrology and the motherfucking wisdom. You just heard, y'all just heard what I just told y'all. There's a code you can sit here and talk about. People been trying to break this code forever. Listen to what I'm just telling y'all now. Listen to what this shit telling y'all. Roll the coin. All the creation stories of heaven, all that Prometheus stuff. Atlas Egyptians, Atlas Egyptus, first people on the Nile, people are Phoenix people. Phoenix means red, brown-skinned people. Phoenix means brown-skinned. That's why they call the Sidonian the Phoenician. You get it? They call the Phoenician the brown-skinned red people. Their real name was Sidon, right? Now you starting to get it. Now let me show you where that shit come from. Because you must know where all this stuff come from. They changed the name to Phoenicians, right? That ain't the original name. The original name is the Sidonians, my baby. Right there. Right there. Now, go look it up. You think I'm bullshit. Phoenicians' real name was Sidonians. We got cities in America called Sidon, people, with mounds. The hugest mounds in America sitting right on Sidon. Now, think about this. If you call the first Egyptian, right? If you call the first Egyptian, this right here, you call them this. Roll the coin. Atlas Egyptius. That's what the Greek called the first ones. The Atlas star people of Nachal, Atlanteans, or Phoenix. Phoenix is talking about the brown skin of the people. The red brown skin. You call them the Phoenix. But they really Sidonians. But they really the Greeks called them Phoenicians. Phoenicians is not our original name. It's what the Greeks called our people. right? Over time, Phoenicians. It's really Sidonians coming from the same bloodline I just showed you, from the race, right, of the Arphaxad. See that? Now, why they call these people the race of the Arphaxad? And that race is the bloodline of Noah and Abraham. Why? Then you got, on top of all of that bullshit, you got Indus or Indian. Appearance in the world who were Indus or Indian appear said to have been the race of the Arphaxad. That means them bloodlines are the Indian people. That's why I'm showing y'all these bloodlines every day. Them the Indians. Them ain't no damn Christian Hebrews. Them the damn Indians. They the one brought the astrology and the wisdom, not no hunter guy. Now, where the Indian come from? Here, nigga. Where that bloodline come from of Noah and Abraham and astrology and here, nigga. They popped up and taught that. Now, he delineated scenes of the heavens, people, and instructed the Indi in that science. He the one telling y'all about a heaven, a great land, a promised land. He the one telling you about all of that, not a hunter-gatherer. He know astrology and wisdom. Now, let's get into the flag. Now, all this stuff go together beautifully in a puzzle when you know what you're looking at. Let's keep going. Now, Arphaxad, the sons of Shem, grandson of Noah, the progenitor of the Chaldean Hebrews, the ancestors of Abraham. Let's keep going. Roll the coin. Third son of Shem, brother of Elam, Ashar, Lud, Aram. He is associated with the Mesopotamian and is considered the forefather of the Chaldeans. He is the link to the genealogy between Noah and Abraham, right? The ancestor of the Chaldeans, Hebrews, people. Let's keep going. Roll the coin. Now, what that word say right there? What that word say? What that goddamn word say right there? Who flag that is? Who gave them people the information for this flag with this X on it? Look at just like the Mississippi. See, now you're starting to see the bloodlines leave the Mississippi and start to pop up over there. This is the greatest live on TikTok. Boy, if listen to me. I ain't never listen, I ain't pulling my own card, but I'm learning myself. I'm teaching this shit so beautifully. Ain't nobody teaching that real gangster shit. I mean, greatness over there. Don't you see it? Same words. Right? Who bought the knowledge over there? This ain't no Moorish flag, big dog. It's mixed with a little more, because we mixed with them people. But this ideology came from our people. We the big dogs. You better use our symbols, and you ain't even got no symbols. You using our goddamn symbols. Ain't no barbarous culture without a culture using their symbols. You mix with us, you use our powerful symbols because we the big dogs. We the Titans, the Atlanteans, the wisdom, the astrology. You get it? And with us came the stories of our people. With us came the story of Moses. With us came the story of Noah and Abraham. With us came the stories that's in the Bible. You get it? Let's keep going. Now, let's go back. The race of the Arphaxad, Indians. Endorse, big dog, astrology and wisdom. What sign this is on the flag? Arfaxed. Same damn name of a coat of arms over there. Now we starting to get it. This when the Moors come into play. See, this way after we already set the tone, big dog. So you can't sit there and call us no motherfucking Moors because we brought the knowledge to them. This is when Moorish mixtures start to occur on their land. Africans and us, but they use this still. That's why our symbols are still on coat of arms today. You get it? We are the royalty bloodline, not them. The Indus people, the Indian. Now you starting to understand what I've been trying to teach for 10 years. Roll the coin, because now you see it. They take our wisdom and astrology and agriculture knowledge. They get big and they want to take over. Now they want to run off now they want to fight us. So they fight us, push us off their land, and they run Europe under these coat of arms. And Moorish people know that. That's why they try to hide the history from you and make you think they are the builders, the wisdom, the knowledge, the information. But really, they got it through a bloodline of these God's chosen, nature's chosen people that they pushed out, that they killed and unalived their own ancestors just to rule the land. That's the part they don't want you to know. So these Moorish niggas who be on the internet are trying to steal a legacy from an Indus, an Indian. You get it? That's why they be teaching that shit so hard. Now you get it. That's why I don't even argue with them. I let them have it. I know what they're trying to do. Everybody is trying to culture assimilate the jewels of God. Us. Everybody. You just got to go back in history far enough to find the truth. Like me. I'm the only person do this shit. I'm going to take that shit from the Mississippi River all the way to goddamn the Euphrates if I have to, with all receipts. Because my people must know this type of information to go on and be great in the other shit don't matter, bro. Let's keep going. Now, let's keep looking at that shit. The coat of arms. Now, down the line, King Arthur Knights was wearing that coat of arms. And they stole it. It ain't even got no connection to them people. They're going to tell you in the old books there's no connection between this biblical name of the first Paleo-Hebrews to the king. But see, this is when the YT comes after the Moor and still wants the symbol. Because it always been a king's bloodline symbol. So now King Arthur's court, King Arthur's knights are wearing that symbol, acting like they from that bloodline, but they not. Let me show you. Watch this. The artifacts, coat of arms, does not belong to historical families, but is a part of a traditional imaginary heraldry, imaginary bloodline made up by hunter-gatherers, specifically associated in the legendary Knights of the Round Table. That is imaginary heraldry. Let's pull that up so you can get the definition. Because you must understand what I'm trying to show you. This shit all cap. Ain't no Knights of the Round Table got nothing to do with our bloodline. That shit is all cap. It's imaginary. It's a comic book. It's a Marvel movie, nigga. It ain't real. Quit teaching that fucking Knights of the Round Table, the English fighting the kick. That shit is bullshit. They put themselves in the line of the kings. Their bloodline on the debt don't come from that. Imaginary, delusional You motherfucking delusional. A marinary heraldry meaning. Let's go look it up. Coat of arms created retrospectively for historical figures who lived before the 12th century rise of heraldry, as well as for fictional, biblical, or mythological characters. Now, let me show it to you so you won't think I'm making this shit up. Fictional, biblical, mythological characters. Fictional. Roll the coin. Artistic invention rather than genuine. So all you over there looking at the king and queen of England, talking about them folks is the king. Them folks got a fictional bloodline. You hunter, let the hunter-gatherers watch their weddings with stolen crowns and jewelry on. Let the hunter-gatherer watch the queen ride up and wave her hand and shit. I don't want to watch no fake-ass bloodline of kingship. They live under imaginary heraldry. You get roll the coin. Them people is betraying you. Really? Now, let's look a little deeper. Now, we all know this symbol. It's the same symbol as the Confederate flag, which came from melanated Indians in America. While melanated Indians got this same symbol, then it becomes a Confederate flag with stars. Same damn symbol. Same people. Same symbol. Come on now. Stick with me. Roll the coin. Let's go here. Their astrological year was divided into 13 days, people. Right? Let's go back. 13 days. In Egypt, right, and in America, the Mayans and the Egyptians had a cycle of 52 years. 52 years is encompassed by a serpent symbol of an age, both by the Persians and the Egyptians and the people over here. Atlas Egyptus, there you go right there. Aztlan, Aztecs, right, got that bloodline. They might have been mixed a little bit, but they still know about the truth. Their ancestors still taught them about the 52 years of the serpent symbol used by the Persians and Egyptians and by the Aztecs, right? Let's go look. The 52-year cycle is a significant period of Mesoamerican culture, such as the Aztecs. 52 years concludes at the new fire ceremony, connected to the myth of Quetzalcoatl, the feather serpent deity. 52 years cycle. Now, somebody came up with that first. The 52-year cycle of Quetzalcoatl is the same 52-year cycle that the Egyptians and the ancient Persians used. That's a fact. Let's go back and look. 52-year cycle used by the Persians and Egyptians, coming from the same thing that come from America now. The 52 cycle of Quetzalcoatl. It's the same teaching. Same teaching, right? Then you got the 13 divided into months of 13 days, right? All that stuff was the old calendar. Old calendar. The Aztlan were astronomers before the Egyptians. Aztlans were astronomers before the Egyptians. And that they were their teachers, people. We were the teachers of over there. We went over there and taught that knowledge of astronomy. See that? Let's keep going. Now, the Mexican atlas. The atlas. Right? See that? Right there. Let me show y'all what that became over time. What that became over time, people? Huh? Huh? Anybody know what that became? Anybody know where they got that shit over there on the other side of the world from? Mexican Atlas now. This is Zeus, people. This Zeus holding the planet. This is the first representation of Atlas holding up the world on a flat plane. Then you get the Greek, steal this shit from our bloodline later on. Now they got this. Roll the coin. Now you got this bullshit. The Greek Atlas. Roll the coin. Watch this. Mexican Atlas is the oldest. The Greek figure is much later, right? The Mexican Atlas carries a simple vault of heaven. The Greek Atlas, right? Let's keep looking. Through the spherical form of Earth has been discovered. The zodiacal signs have been placed in position around the Atlas. American Atlas is the parent of the Greek Atlas. Simple. Let's keep going. Atlas is most distinguished member must belong to America and not to the old continent. All these star alignment teachings come from America, people, not to the old continent, not Africa, not Europe. Let's keep going. Roll the coin. If the Hindus' possession of the Mexican zodiac, and if they sent a sage to the land to study astronomy, there must have been continental India and Mexico 1,000 years before the present time, right? Let's keep going. The Greeks, our sacred writings, prodigious force your city once overcame. Now this is talking about the people coming from America over there. Warlike power rushing from the Atlantic Sea. Hostile fury over all Europe and Asia, right? Had an island frontier mouth, which in your tongue called the Pillars of Hercules. And this island was larger than Libya in Africa. I mean, and something I can't see it. But together, there was a passage, hence, from traveling that day of the rest of the islands, right? In the Atlantic Islands, they formed a powerful league of kings who subdued the entire island, which made many others in parts also. The continent was subjected to the new rule of Ireland. Let's keep going. I want y'all to understand what they're saying, right? The features of the passage are extremely clear. It's larger than Libya and Asia put together. All these miles across the sea. Egyptians knew America was the Atlantic Isle, people. This quotation proves that the Egyptians knew that America was the Atlantic Isle. They're talking about the Atlantic, the Egyptians, right? They know about it. They act like these people don't even know each other. They know, right? Roll the coin. The points to the regions of Central America and the Andes, disasters occurred in modern times, right? The invasion of Africa and Europe. We came to Africa and Europe, people. We came over there. Let's keep going. Roll the coin. The waters of the Atlantic, speaking quantity of water lying in the depression of the earth. Therefore, the island sinking, to talk of an island sinking, not into water, but into the lowers of the earth, This is to say into itself, which is in the second place, if an island could sink at all, Atlantic Isle could not possibly sink in the Atlantic Ocean. Why would they say? They said it couldn't sink now. All that Atlantean shit underwater is bullshit. This is Atlantis. Watch this. I'm going to end it with this. Watch this. Roll the coin. Island sinking, not in the water, but into the lowers of the earth. Right? That is to say unto itself, which is really absurd in the second place, if the island could sink at all, Atlantic Isle could not possibly sink in the Atlantic Ocean, right? Who believe that in the sunken island could never measure distances. They must have jumped to like conclusions without thought. Let the Atlantic Ocean be 4,000 miles across. The quotation makes the island the name of the foot rule out of 800. But that's what I want to show you right here. Watch this. While the histories of America are veiled, that means they hid the history of America. To have been lost, those of Africa, Europe, right, have been overloaded with what does not belong to them. They say America was sunken. They say it was the Atlantic Ocean, under the Atlantic Ocean. That is a lie. Africa and Europe have been overloaded with what does not belong to them. You get it? The history don't belong to Africa. The astrology don't belong to Africa. It don't belong to Europe. They have overloaded them people to think they are the creators of that, to change the history of the world. Atlantis is not underwater. That is mythology. They are talking about North and South America. That shit belong to us. Now do you get it? I had to show you the receipts. While the historians of America are veiled, people, veiled means they are hiding the truth. It's a veil over the history. Supposed to have been lost. Those of Africa and Europe have been overly loaded with what does not belong to them. The pyramids are not their creation. The Sumerian culture, the Egyptian culture, the Hebrews are not none of their creations. The astrology, the teachings of the magnetic pull and the stones and the gold and the copper and all that stuff, that is not African and European culture. It is American culture on their land. It's agriculture. This is what's hidden. This is why they change all the books. Right? And when you learn the real history, you know why those people don't like us. Them Moorish people did something bad to them people for a long time. And they took it out on the whole world, which I don't blame them. But we got to stop this shit. See, we got to straighten it out for everybody. They messed it up for everybody, right? With a passion. And it goes back into their bloodline from ancient times, people. So they know their history, right? See, they search their history. They know what happened to them. And they still use it today. So they try to reverse it and put it back on you today. The same way they was done back then, they do it to you today. Who you think first created the bank? First came up with the idea of banking systems, taking over land, paying taxes. The melanated kings of Europe created this shit. Taxed them forever. They did that. They just took what they did, made it a better system, put it on the world. You get it? The debt system. Keep them in debt. They come through all of that. They learned how to use the knowledge of agriculture over them people, and them people learned from them, and the system kept getting more sophisticated and more sophisticated. So one time they got to America, they already had a system to keep everybody in debt, to make everybody pay taxes of the county and the state and the city. They already had all that stuff in play. The government, the way the government set up, all that stuff was already in play, bro. All these judges and all these policemen and all that shit was already in play over there. They just brought that same shit over here. Now, warden, the warden over the jail. In ancient times, the warden took over ancient buildings and enslaved the people in their own building. It's a warden. You get it? Warden, warrant. That's why the people over the jails are still called a warden, right? Now watch this. You call them that because of this. The warden imprisoned prisoners of war. You think they got something to do with jail? They started way before jail, people. Way before jail. Now, think about The Last Airbender. Anybody watch The Last Airbender? The warden imprisoned the airbenders, right? The earthbenders. The warden imprisoned the earthbenders, the nature's people who can move the wind, move the dirt, move the water. Yo, people really can do that. So you think that shit fake? Them people were so inclined with nature, them people could make the lake ruffle, the wind blow, make it rain. You think that shit is a lie you want to. I don't know how they did it, but I done read books say them ancient people could move nature. That's why they be talking about the airbenders and the X-Men and all that those shit. That come from the X-Men. See, you think this shit is a joke. You think it's funny. The X-Men, huh? Storm could make it rain and motherfucking read your mind and move metals and all right. Roll the coin. Hold on, let me show y'all something. In history. We just ain't locked in no more. Right? We ain't locked in no more. We ain't locked in on nature like we want about them people who was moving shit around over there in the islands and moving shit around in Florida when these Spanish came and scared the death out of them. Them people was in tune with nature. Them people could make something happen. They knew what to say. They knew what to do. They knew what to use. The elements. That's true. That's true. First, you start off agriculture, then you start to learn what all these different elements and different things and you start to learn all this stuff and you start to use it. You become powerful in nature. You start out mining and doing agriculture, then you start to figure everything out. right? Talking about the last airbenders. Okay, an airbender with the symbol. Hold on, let me show y'all something. Let me show y'all something. Show y'all this before I get out of here, man. This stuff crazy. Roll the corn. Now, these people call this stuff, right? They call this stuff this right here. Once you master nature, you become an airbender, right? You got to master nature for it. That's why he got the pyramid on his face. Like the pyramid is like it's like an arrow, but it's a pyramid. Them people really took that movie from some old teachings and remade it. Talking about the elements: water, fire, earth, wind. Right? That's the teachings of Ma'at. It's the same thing. It's all nature's teaching. Now, if you mastered it in the old times, you really can make something shake. I'm telling you. Them people be outside moving them trees on them videos and shit. Y'all done seen that shit before. It just ain't as powerful as it once was. It just ain't as powerful as it once was. But people still be doing this stuff. It's fire, man. But like I told y'all, your silver come from way from over here to over there. That's a fact. Way from over here to over there. That's fire though. That's exactly what that is. Same symbolism. And them people still using that as a Confederate flag today. Crazy. Don't even know where it came from. Come from ancient culture all the way up to new culture. Appreciate y'all, man. I love y'all. I'm in love with you. Hope y'all learned something today. Hope you learned something today. If you missed the first part of this live, go to my YouTube, check it out. 130,000 likes, man. Appreciate it. If y'all want to get some hoodies, hit me in my DM. Let me know what's up. Something else I was gonna say. If anybody, I got some interviews tomorrow in Georgia. So if anybody like got a podcast in Georgia or something like that, y'all holler at me in my DM. I got 2 podcast interviews tomorrow, and in the Atlanta area. So if you in that area, you got a podcast, and we can chop it up real quick, y'all holler at me in my DM. I'm gonna be out, and we can put it together. You know what I'm saying? Free of charge. We just putting the information out, man. Ain't no, we ain't gonna make nothing about no money. Love y'all. I'm in love with you, man. Appreciate y'all. Galil at the gun, roll the corn. We know the truth now. Go study this now. Study this. Study this.
when you come back, it's like you got to start all over again. People had to start all over again. So people had to decide to do this, like TikTok battling or live host. You just can't take no days off. You could end your live. You don't gotta do no 24-hour live or anything like that. But you can't take no days off. And the only this room, people got used to being on because we got like 3 different shift of people in here. We got that morning crew that you see on the regular, and then the night people. They come on. There's different group of people. That's the regulars at night. So they be looking forward for the night time, and then we got the evening people. It's somewhere be a mix of the morning and the evening crew. We got the evening late at night. But yeah, that's this when I say where you get a lot of money. This is where you can get a lot of money from. It depends on money. This is the fastest way to make some money. If you about to get an eviction, let me tell you something. You got to get an eviction. You know how eviction notices. This will be the way you better start building your room up and get some coins and be a little bit entertaining. Be a little have a little personality. Be yourself, but have a little personality where people like, oh, they funny and the gift and all that stuff. So you can have a personality because you can't be a boring person and think people are gonna come in here and just throw you gifts. You got to have a little personality. So bring that out. Whatever personality you got that won't spook people off, a little bit funny, likable, a little bit, you could do it. All right. Where is TikTok? Are you coming up? Oh, TMC. Everybody, I want to say thank you for everybody that supported the battle room. I appreciate you, DTA, again. TMC, you came out of nowhere. All the people that supported the battle and all the tappers, you are appreciated. So even if you wasn't gifting, that's supposed to say keep tapping, because while we was making the time go by in the match, we needed y'all to continuously tap. And thank you all. I appreciate all that for doing that. And we did win. I was kind of scared because I didn't know if they was gonna snipe on her side. Because they do be sniping on speeds and they be sniping on the last. Snipers wasn't in the room. And CEO snipers. Good thing his snipers wasn't there. Good thing none of his people wasn't in there. Because I think he beat us a couple times. But now he, I see him playing with a lot of bigger people now. Okay, so D Nice, you can take over because I'm teleporting. I'll put the
Can y'all hear me now? All right, good morning. Can you address the prompt first, please? Good morning. Can you address the prompt first? Can you read the prompt first? Breaking, can you read the prompt first?
Be nice. I'm gonna come back. Hold on.
Can y'all see that?
Okay.
Can y'all see it?
All right. Yeah, I can see it.
Okay. I'm on my smaller phone, so that's why I'm asking.
Yeah, I can see it. I'm bringing some people up. I'm get some people real quick.
Go ahead. Oh, you want me to address the prompt? What you want to do?
Hold on 1 second. I'm bringing some people up. You can address the prompt, though. You can give your reasons why you feel that way. And
I'm gonna give you about 2 minutes. Hey, let's debate. Should broke men be allowed to date in 2026 to add a little